everyone. Welcome back to Mo's Learning Moments. And today we're going to talk all about the frog. This is a frog. A special name we use for a frog is an amphibian. Amphibian is a big word, but amphibian just means that the frog can live on the land and in the water. This frog is sitting on a lily leaf. The mommy frog goes down to the pond and she lays hundreds of eggs. The eggs are called frog spawn. They feel like jelly. They all stick together and this protects them and keeps them safe. Inside each jelly ball is a little black dot. It's a baby frog starting to grow. It gets bigger and bigger. When the baby frog is ready to come out of the frog spawn, it wriggles out using its little tail. A baby frog is called a tadpole. A tadpole breathes with gills, which are little feathery things at the side of their head. Do you breathe with gills? No, we breathe with lungs. The little tadpole begins its life in water. Sometimes some fish eat the tadpoles. But the tadpoles that survive go around swimming and they eat water plants and insects. After a few weeks, the little tadpole begins to grow back legs. Can you see the back legs? They still use their tail for swimming while their legs are growing. After another few weeks, they grow front legs. So now their back legs and their front legs are growing. When their front legs and back legs are nearly grown fully, do you know what happens to their tail during all this time? It gets shorter and shorter and shorter until it disappears. This is now a little froglet. The froglet is still a very young frog, but now they use their back legs for swimming. Their tail has gone. The frog can now climb out of the water onto land. They now breathe with lungs. Do you know how they catch their food? They catch their food with a long sticky tongue that shoots out. The insect will land on the sticky tongue and rolls the tongue back into their mouth. This is now a frog. I'm going to show you some pictures, and this is called a frieze of a frog. So the first picture, we have a frog, an amphibian frog. Can you remember what amphibian means? It means they can live on the land or the water. So we're going to put that down there. The different parts of a frog. This is the frog's head. And that goes here. This is the frog's body. And this one goes here. These are the frog's back legs. Do you remember they use their back legs for swimming? This is the frog's front legs. And that goes, I think, there. And the last one is the frog's feet. and that goes there. Do you know today, maybe you could get somebody you know, or you could do it by yourself, and you could draw a frog. And maybe you could put spots all over it and colour it in. Also, I've done a picture here of the life cycle of a frog. Here's the mommy frog, and look at the long red sticky tongue. What is she called? What is her special name? An amphibian, which means she can live on the land or the water. She lays eggs called frog spawn. Out of the frog spawn wriggles a little baby frog called a tadpole. The tadpole swims using its tail. The tadpole grows back legs, then grows front legs, and look at the tail. It's got shorter and shorter and shorter. Oh, now it's disappeared. Now, just to finish up today, I'd like to show you some pictures. There's the mummy frog sitting on the eggs that she's just laid, called frog spawn. There she is sitting on a lily leaf. Do you remember I told you about the frog spawn? And look, each little black dot is getting bigger inside the jelly balls. Oh, a little head is forming and a little tail. Now the tadpole is ready to wriggle out of the jelly ball. Sorry, I missed a page there. Oh, look at them all swimming around. This is showing you the baby tadpole is eating an insect and water plants while using its long tail to swim. The back legs are just starting to appear. Do you remember what the tadpole breathes with? Yes, breathes with gills. The back legs are growing. Ooh, the back legs are growing very long at this stage. Remember then we said 2 little bulges here in the front because the front legs are starting to grow. At this stage, look, back legs and front legs, and the tail is getting shorter. We now have a froglet. And now, look, jumps out of the water onto the land and now breathes with lungs. Starting to jump up and down and croak. Thank you for joining us today, and maybe we'll see you next time. Bye.